Can it be made without? That's the question this Pune-based startup is answering by creating innovative products like these sunglasses that are made using chips packets. Joining me now is the founder and an investor in this company. Thank you so much, Anish. Thank you so much, Dia, for joining us. Anish, first start by telling us, how do we get here? How did we make sunglasses using chips packets?
So when I was researching the impact space, I came across the waste problem. And I found that waste is not only do poor people collect waste, but waste collects the poor. And I realized that all waste is not the same. Certain types of waste are way worse. Turns out that your chips packets, your chocolate wrappers, while it's very tasty and all, is really hard to recycle because it has multiple layers associated with it. So we decided that we want to work on real problems. And so we created technology that can separate the layers and extract materials. And then we're like, okay, what do we do with these materials? And we're like, okay, let's make sunglasses because we didn't want to make like boards and furniture. Everyone's doing that. We wanted to show that there's actually high quality applications of this material possible. And then the second part, which is really important, is that there are close to 25 million urban poor in India, out of which about 5 million work on waste picking. And if we're trying to solve the waste problem, you can't leave anybody behind. So how do you formalize and incorporate these former waste workers and bring them into the equation? And that's also what we do. So we're probably the only idiots in the world doing deep chemistry and deep social inclusion. And we're lucky to have investors.
The world needs many more idiots like you and like without.
No, but we're very lucky to have investors like Dia and like our other impact investors who truly believe in what we do and are patient about it. Because we're not starting a nonprofit, because I think nonprofits are hard to scale. We want this to be financially viable, but we just need some time and patience because this is hard. We're breaking systems and we're reimagining them.
So first, let's start by talking about the technology that goes behind it. Chips packets are supposed to be the hardest to recycle because of the metal that comes into it. What is the tech that goes behind it? And when you separate it, if you can quickly take us through the process of.
So it's a chemomechanical process. So it's a water-based reaction that the chips packet go through. First it gets shredded and washed, and then it gets delaminated, demetallized. Some of the PET, which is a polymer, gets depolymerized into its monomer. It gets partially decolorized, and it also goes through a hot caustic wash. All this happens simultaneously, and all of this is what we've patented. Once that's done, we get building blocks and raw materials, which we then take those building blocks and raw materials and convert them into high quality materials. And all this happens using chemistry and physics, and a combination of those, keeping unit economics in mind.
And then there's maths that now you take us through of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, for sure.
Take us through your funding journey. We saw you on Shark Tank. Now you have Dia as an investor. Tell us more about your cap table and the funding round.
So it's been difficult, to be honest, to find the right impact investors in the space. And you know, over the last, this round has kind of closed now, but it's been, as Dia will say, like 2 years in the process of lots of ups and downs. And we're finally closed around, but what we've not compromised on are the values. We've not wanted to sell ourselves out. So yeah, I mean, it's a big round. I feel very lucky. And I feel like the ball is in our court now to be able to execute on this.
What's the plan forward?
So this is the first demonstration plant that we built that proves that this technology can scale. The next step is to build our first commercial plant, which is slated for next year. And this handles like 5 tons a month. We need to be doing 5 tons a day. So that's when you're really solving the problem. But you can't get to that until you do this painful step.
Right. Dia, I'd like to come to you to understand how did you become a part of Without. We've seen you growing up in movies. We're still watching you everywhere. Still growing. Still growing, but on social media as well. Tell us about this side which we haven't seen yet, which is to be an investor, to be a part of a cause, which is also a business.
So as a sustainable development goals advocate, one of the things that I've really been trying to steer people's direction towards is to recognize that the goals are personal. And I feel that Without is a perfect example of how the sustainable development goals are personal. And if you actually look at practically every aspect of the solution and the components that come together to form the enterprise that it is, every goal fits in so perfectly and so beautifully. And so as an SDGs advocate, I believe that because the goals are personal, it's so important then to empower those who've made the goals personal. And for me, investing in companies has always been about putting my money behind what I believe in.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV18. For all top headlines and updates, follow us on our social media platforms.